It's race-by-race preview time for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 9 races upcoming, with the first getting it away at 6:45 and the rail in the C+3 position. In the studio to preview it all, it's Paul Lally and Tom Wood. And Tom, a good meeting upcoming.
It is, Mark. Last couple of races, certainly the highlight races, but I think through every race there looks to be multiple chances. It's looking at a pretty competitive night's racing. Hopefully the weather stays fine. It's been pretty ordinary here the last few days.
It has indeed. Really gloomy and misty rain on Tuesday when we film this. But what are you going to contribute, Paul?
Nothing really. There's no jackpots, unfortunately, for this particular meeting. We've got a first starter, another deep field. There we go. We've got another deep field coming into Hong Kong, but called Super Elite in race 2.
Okay.
Done well.
All right, Sandy Stroloff, OK, has
a
Super Elite. But we need to focus on the opening race for you right now. And the first is a Class 5 over the 1,650 metres. Horses 1, 3 and 4 are all on the class drop. That hedge wears blinkers again. The hood has come off. Red Impact has had a stable change. Now with David Hall, minus the visor, blinkers back on. Glorious Lover wears blinkers once again too. We've got Medic Elite. He had blood in the track here on the all-weather last time. The gear change on Euro Missile. Tom, the blinkers come off.
Baron Z led up last time out, and with Angus Chung on board, you'd expect him to lead once again off a rating of 19. Circuit Elite should be handy. He led up last time out but dropped away. Mr. Arm off 140 days here. Trial wasn't too bad leading into this, and he has sat handy in the past as well, Paul, but 12, can he cross?
Yeah, I don't think he can. I think he's going to be stranded. And the other one, that's Medic Elite as well. Look, he's had a little bit of a break after that blood in the track here, but he's had plenty of runs this season. I think he's going to be in for a little bit of a tough run as well.
From the speed map, we move on to some replays. Bit of a focus here on the class droppers, Tom. And the first one features one of them, Happy Jojo, running 5th last time. He's a 3-time course and distance winner.
This behind 6th Generation, who won again the other night at Happy Valley. Looked to pretty much have every chance in the trail, I thought, last time out, and probably the last bit he might have been a little one-paced. Did win off a rating of 40, Paul, albeit in Class 4 with the lighter weight as his last winning performance.
Yeah, no, and he has struggled carrying weight in the past. If you have a look through his records, when he does get up in the weights, he actually hasn't performed very well. Saying that, it's not the sort of hardest race for him here in the world, so I've included him on a very minor line.
And Beno Young trains, and Hugh Bowman rides him. Theta Hedge, Paul, is Karis Teaton and Francis Lloyd. Really good draw and has won in this class.
Yeah, that was off a 35 rating. He's on this rating of 39. He's drawn nicely in barrier 1, so he'll get his opportunity. We'll see. Blinkers back on, that was what I was trying to say. Blinkers back on him.
Yeah, one with the blinkers, so he's got them going back on. There's been a few starts since he's had the blinkers on, but this was this race at Happy Valley a few weeks ago where there was a bit of a shuffle up down the back straight, and don't know that the form will be too strong out of it, but he's downgraded here, so that's a plus.
That was Theta Hedge. We move on now, Tom, to Heng's Choice, who has certainly improved at his last 2 starts as he's got down in the ratings.
Definitely has. He was tailed off in a recent barrier trial. Didn't really look to be too much pressure put on him, and he was beaten 12.5 lengths there. But his last 2 runs behind Dragon Pride and Our Credit to the Valley, beaten 1 1/4, 2 back, was pretty good. So he's sort of found his level, I think, Paul.
Yeah, I agree. And I like the run of Angel's Hunter on the inside there in those blue colours. I thought he stayed on really nicely as well. That's the best run we've seen from him, Angel's Hunter. He just sort of faded out late and ran 4th. But yeah, the trial was okay, I suppose. He wasn't really pushed out.
That is Heng's Choice and Angel's Hunter. And Paul, the other class dropper that we haven't spoken about is Circuit Elite.
Yeah, I don't mind him in this race. I'll tell you why. Last start he raced against Smiling Collector, Perfetto, horses like that. He's going to find this a lot easier, and he has won off a rating of 43. His wins were over 1,800 metres, but there is good pace in this race.
Yep, and he's got form behind Gang of Brothers. Flying Silver is going around later on in the card. He's been putting them in a row together, so certainly not the worst. His win, over 1,800 metres.
That is the boys' look at the first, and who are we with Paul?
I'm going to go with Circuit Elite because they don't chase hard in this grade. He's going to be right on the pace, Circuit Elite. He's going to find this race a lot easier. Heng's Choice in there for second. Happy Jojo, the other downgrader. And Angel's Hunt, I thought, was a better run from that horse. 3, 10, 1 and 8.
Going with the Theta Hedge here, he might come out of somewhat of an iffy form race, but downgraded. Blinkers going back on. He's won off a rating of 35. He's marked 39 here, and he'll be given every chance from barrier 1. Heng's Choice, Happy Jojo's just got to carry the weight. And Mr. Arm, I thought his trial was okay. He'd actually been going okay prior to having a lame right hind issue. So we'll see what he can do. First up for a while, 4-10, 1 and 7.
That is the preview for Happy Valley Race 1 Wednesday night.